welcome back to our channel. And if you're using the playlist function, this is your 20th, 25th, 30th video you've watched. We are live right here at Money 2020 from Rye, Amsterdam, and we're Cryptofocus. But for the next 3 days, our focus has been on everything between TradFi, CFi, DeFi, AI, Web3, IT solutions, and at the core, at the focus of what we are talking about is how do you move money in the best way possible. And once in a while you come across people that tell you, hey, we don't just move the money, we add value after moving the money. And that's what Anastasia does. She makes sure that once we move your money, which we, according to her, they're the best at, we add value to it. You can see her smiling there, right? Yeah, exactly. So, you know what to do. Share this video, like this video, leave a comment and help us keep producing this type of content. So, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's the second day, so obviously the first day. Before we even start, how was the first day?
It was busy, but a lot of fun.
Exactly. You come here and you hope it's busy. If it's not busy, we have a problem, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, managing the calendar's been a sport.
Okay, so you heard what she said. Managing the calendar has been difficult, but she's still sitting here with us, so that makes us important. Just a little asterisk on their side there. So, Anastasia, IFX Payments, first of all, in our pre-talk, you made something very clear. We don't just move money for you, we make sure to add value after the process.
Well, I think it's before, during, after the process. So it's about a service-led approach. So making sure we're solving a problem for you, not just moving your money.
Okay, now, give an example, because for our readers, we're used to using Lightning Network. If someone is anywhere in the world, boom, in a matter of seconds, scan a QR code, send it through, or get a wallet address, send it through. What kind of problems are you referring to, and how do you solve them?
Well, I think it really depends on the sector. So speed might not always be the priority. Certainty might be your priority. Okay. So really understanding your customer, really understanding their pain points and thinking, okay, what part of our solution solves that problem? You know, what expertise do we need in your sector? You know, do you have trouble obtaining the accounts in the first place? Do we understand your sector? Do we know the licenses you might need so that we can tailor a onboarding process for your accounts to your type of business? So I think it's more complex. It's not more complex than just getting something from A to B as quickly as possible.
And obviously, you're not the only one doing this. Mm-hmm. You have your actual values in place to make you as unique as you are. Yeah. If I told you, give me the elevator pitch, why should I work with IFX Payments in comparison with all the others who actually promise to do the same?
Well, I think there's a few things. The depth of understanding about your target customer base and who you service. So a huge portion of our customer base are other fintechs, other regulated businesses. And understanding what the pain points are and how we solve them for those businesses is really important. And it's a consultative approach, right? It's not the hard sell, it's not the one size fits all. It's making sure you've got the right account manager, that you can pick up the phone to them, making sure they understand your business. So, you know, if something isn't working well, or if you've got strategic plans that we can support you with, there's that depth of understanding.
And I'm enjoying this, the depth of understanding, I get it. And when it comes down to it, there are certain parts of the world that transferring money to those parts of the world are not easy. Yeah. Getting money, for example, into Africa is an issue. Getting into Brazil, it's an issue. So whenever you come across clients that say, hey, I do a lot of business with Ghana, I do a lot of business with Nigeria. What's your process? What is your vertical? How do you actually provide a service to them?
So again, a couple of things. I think we make sure that we've got the right partnerships and we've got the right infrastructure to make sure that we can support those routes, those types of payments, those jurisdictions. But also, if it's a service-led process, you're having those conversations. You know, there are no surprises to your customer base because there's a constant dialogue. And I think that some of the larger organizations, as they scale, they lose that service-led approach.
Yeah. And that's the biggest challenge.
Totally.
And whenever you start up, you're very there and available to everybody, but once you grow, you lose that aspect of it. Okay, but if we switch to, for example, Money 2020, you're flying in from?
London.
You're flying in from London. Nearby. But you fly into Money 2020. Yep. What are the expectations?
So the expectations for the business are to meet our customers, to see what's going on in the market, what problems are they facing, how can we solve them? So that from a commercial perspective, I think that's definitely area of focus. I'm COO, so meeting our liquidity providers, our banking partners, those who support in the back end to make sure that we have the right infrastructure to support our onward clients and their underlying clients as well, because when you're servicing the fintech market, you need to think about the underlying client base.
Yeah. Now, from your perspective as operating, what is the best aspect of your product? What is it people actually go to IFX for and say, hey, this is why I'm here? If I talk to one of your best clients, they'll tell me, hey, I work with IFX for this specific reason.
I think they would say they get us. They understand us. So, we've got amazing technology. We've got new technology, it's novel. We've got the capabilities, but we understand the problem. And so bringing that together, bringing the technology, bringing the infrastructure, understanding your client base, I don't think everybody gets that right, especially as they grow. And there is a lot of old technology around. At one point it was new tech. At one point it was really competing with the incumbents.
Okay.
But this sector has moved on. So yeah, strong technology.
Okay. In that same sentence, Money 2020 has a very strong agentic AI team this year. And we spoke to the content manager, Danam, and he said it's going to come a point where people are going to be out of the process. There's going to be AI making decisions with another AI making a decision and payments being sent from one AI to another AI. How does IFX fit in the middle when there are no more people involved?
I don't think you ever get to a place where there are no more people involved, right? I think you always need some sort of human intervention at some point. And if you're deploying AI in a sensible, considered, strategic way, you're just going to drive your efficiency and you're going to free up your personnel to be able to provide your service-led approach. So I don't think it's a one or the other or a replacement. And all of the studies show that. All of the studies show that it makes the workforce more efficient because it frees up their time to be able to do what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. If you're looking for an actual payment solution that's not afraid of AI, she just said it. It makes it more efficient if it's deployed in a sensible and strategic way, correct?
Exactly.
Very good. We're here at Money 2020 and million-dollar deals are happening on the floor, and we're on the floor sitting down with Anastasia, and it was a very interesting discussion of exactly how you guys approach it. I asked this to everybody who sits there. What's next?
What's next? Making sure that we are keeping ahead of the curve and scaling in the right way. So at IFX, we win properly. So we win, but we do it in a sensible and strategic and considered way.
Those are the two words you're going to have to remember because she said it 4 times. Sensible and strategic, and growing the right way. That's very smart for you to say that. Most people are just rushing forward.
Yeah.
You guys are doing it in a sensible way, in a responsible way.
Yeah.
Love it. I hope you watch this video from the beginning to the end. Go on their website. The link is going to be in the description as well. Thank you for watching. Anastasia, thank you for joining us this morning. I know it's very early and you have a long day ahead of you. So I appreciate you being here with us, okay? So we're Cryptofocus, focusing on everything that has to do with money and Money 2020 right here at the RAI Amsterdam. And I hope you share this video, like this video, and leave a comment. See you all soon.